The pressing issue currently, as it relates to youth pediatric mental health, is the increasing severity of the mental health symptoms and the lack of availability of trained providers. I'm Yared Alemu, co-founder and CEO of TQIntelligence. We've been in existence since 2016. I'm a psychologist by training. And what we do is we take a brief voice sample between 15 and 30 seconds, and then being able to use that to quantify the severity of the emotional behavioral disorders. And that data supports providers and others to determine severity objectively and come up with treatment planning as well as tracking outcomes as the person goes through the treatment process. In this case, we're focusing on the pediatric population between ages about 5 to 18. So what we are disrupting as it relates to pediatric mental health is the ability to be able to measure severity objectively and then make that available in real time so clinical decisions are made based on objective data rather than the traditional subjective data that drives treatment, which also contributes to a long history of poor treatment outcomes. The process of improving treatment outcomes for marginalized communities will be highly dependent upon innovations in AI and other alternative forms of treatment. For example, the peer supports that are not just using therapists per se, but now you have people who are part of the community to be able to support kids that are in these marginalized communities. But what is also working on since, in the past year is using these large language models and being able to provide clinical decision support information in real time that is robust, right? So this is not something that was available to us 2 years ago. So this is kind of an exciting time. We have to be very cautious that we're not using these generic models without any improvements, but we see this is an area that continues to get better. So one of the things that we are learning currently, especially post-COVID, is we have students that are showing up in the school with severe trauma symptoms. The innovation in digital health is no longer as intended just for hospitals and mental health providers. And much of the innovation actually could directly impact kids in the school systems in a positive manner. So we're not just developing algorithm because it is fancy. We're actually developing these technologies so it can have a direct impact on the kid that is being seen for treatment, the therapist that needs objective data to make clinical decisions, and parents who wants to have engaged in supporting their kids in the treatment process.